Welcome to today's CT Style Express. I'm Rachel Lutzker. June is wedding season, and if you are getting ready to tie the knot, it's important to have that first conversation about savings and retirement before you walk down the aisle. Ben Fuchs, founder of Fuchs Financial, is here to talk about what you need to think about and what you need to discuss with your future spouse related to money and saving for retirement. In addition to being a certified financial planner, Ben is also a certified private wealth advisor professional. So Ben, this is the big conversation. I feel like a lot of couples maybe don't have this conversation before getting married, and they don't discuss their goals.
Yeah,
how can that get a little complicated?
It's complicated. So look, when Kristen and I first moved in together, or were planning to move in together, I said, all right, let's sit down, let's talk about our budget, and she would say, no, and then run away, right? Because we didn't want to do it. And I said, okay, we'll do it another time. Then I come back and I say, hey, you ready to sit down? She said, no, and last thing she wanted to talk about.
Right.
What we find is that sometimes the first people, when we go to a retirement plan, we have to ask somebody what's in your 401k, what's in your bank accounts, and sometimes two spouses will look at each other waiting for the other to answer because they have no idea what's in the other's accounts. And so our goal is to have that communication ahead of time so that, we can kind of get into what the goals are.
And you feel like most couples kind of don't have that conversation.
I wouldn't say most. Right. Some are very in line, but...
What's the best way to start that conversation when you sit down?
That's a great question. So I think what's important for us is that we want to have you align those goals, right? So what does retirement look like from our point of view? Does that mean going on vacation? Does that mean, hanging out with the grandkids? Does that mean staying at home and gardening? Whatever that might be, wonderful. But let's have that conversation. Let's see if we can align then. Because if somebody wants to retire tomorrow and the other person wants to work another 8 years, that might be difficult for retirement. So you want to make sure that you're at least working together on that.
What are some of the key things that you need to decide together when it comes to planning for retirement?
So key things...
Besides gardening.
Yeah, well, besides gardening. Sure, but I think you want to, again, I think key is really lifestyle. I think it really comes down to what lifestyle do we want to live? How do we want to do this? Where do we want to live? Are we comfortable staying in Connecticut? Some people don't. We love it. But again, we want to make sure that all those things are squared away. And again, if you feel like, hey, that's us, we're that couple, it's okay. You're clearly not alone, but we can help.
Wonderful. And you feel sometimes when you sit down with a couple, really laying out what people have in their 401ks and other investment things, maybe separately before they come together, is really important to have and sit down.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to have those conversations, right? But, I think laying it all out, making it easy for everybody to understand where everything is, that's our job, right? So we can help them to pull everything together and have it in one big picture.
And even if you're already married, you still haven't had the conversations, we can still sit down and have these conversations and work on a plan.
Absolutely. We don't do wedding counseling, we don't do marriage counseling, but we can certainly help with the financial end of it.
And a complimentary consultation is just a phone call away, and that can certainly help. Fuchs Financial offices are in West Hartford and in Middletown. To learn more, visit fuchsfinancial.com. Thank you for joining us for today's CT Style Express. I'm Rachel Lutzker, and we'll see you next time.